Hello and greetings, my fellow Lundarkins, and welcome back! A trip through time, as we did have big announcements. I'll be talking about that in a separate video, about episode 3 coming out October 22nd. Of course, we're going to be covering that first on Twitch, and also we will get that on the YouTube as well. Very excited for that, and that will affect our survival run as well, currently ongoing. About day 230, I think? Yeah, in Vanilla Interloper. But yes, this is the original build. I played this actually quite some time ago. And I swear that's a little louder than it used to be. Yeah, but this is actually the very first build. They did do a time capsule. Their various builds throughout their early access career. Yeah, this is the first one they launched on Steam. I, of course, started my career in the Long Dark, 5 years ago. I started covering it. I started streaming it as well, and that kind of just branched off from there. But yeah, oh, look at this beautiful. I almost kind of missed this one. Yeah, Sandbox Alpha version 0.119. I started playing around 0.65 around there. Yeah, very early on. I think it was June of 2014. Definitely really good. Actually, when you go into the story here, not even a thing yet. But let's get into Sandbox Run. You did have two different characters. Did we have their voices back then? I'm trying. It's been so long now. Oh, yeah, we only had Mystery Lake as well. I actually did have the pre-alpha longest run. I actually did beat out a couple hundred people and some notable streamers, YouTubers as well. Still more popular than I, but yeah, definitely. I think it was 72 days. All right, let's go see if I still got this. All right. Different art style, definitely. And I guess you will notice my movement is a little. I actually feel like this is a little. That brings up our log here. We know where we are, though. Well, hello. Wow! I have forgotten what you look like. What do I have for that? Flare just in case. The buns will come back to me. Well, I know we're cold. He was not exactly a speedrunner back in his day. Well, we could go out to Trapper's Homestead as well, but I would like... This is pretty close. I say we're getting quite cold there. Yeah, I was kind of quite upset when they changed this original system because it was just so much information. It was all really good to have. Snow shelter was also not available. That was a button for a long time. Then they took it out, and then we finally got what our snow shelters are today. We're gonna move around here a little bit. And in this version, wolves are pretty much death if you get caught. Not likely you're gonna survive. Kind of like Dark Souls almost. Oh, look at that beautiful... God, I missed how pretty this was. I really did. Okay, he must... Alright, well, let's... Yeah, I spent about 80 days... What was it? 72 days. Mostly at the camp office. Occasionally I go down to Trapper's Homestead. Let's just wait a little bit. I know you're cold. Yeah, right now it's negative 19. Did we have a map back then? Not available. You can forge wood with the good old log, but I really wouldn't tell you too much. Other than the bad things that would happen to you. Can I holster that? I did have the holster button. Excelente. Let's sprint a little bit. Yeah, no bars or anything. I kind of like that. Good old camp office. Oh, look at that loading time. Oh, I forgot you were all there. That's... Layout is a bit different. Accelerant.
Okay.
Yeah, she has a little bit less lines now. Nope, Fire Striker, very nice. Antiseptic. We need that for tinder plugs. Reclaimed wood. Ooh, newsprint. Pry bar. And I think if I remember right, the loot is a little bit better. Because we're only on one map. And what we get is what we get. I believe I actually had to run where there was no rifle at all.
I'll take it.
It was kind of rough. And a sewing kit. The old... Oh, I missed the old sewing kits now. Nice. Okay. Got a bandage as well. Quick search of this. Alright, and we've got some pork and beans.
Probably useful.
Alright, we'll take that as well. And I think we pretty well covered that. Anything on the side here? Yeah, I couldn't even break down chairs or anything at that point. Yeah, it does look a lot different, doesn't it, folks? Oh, but Carl was always here since the beginning.
I think I can use this.
Oh, good old, not quite Canadian yet, but the early prototype. Let's just go in clothing right now. And then we're in layers back then. It was just all what you had. Alright.
Never know. Could end up being useful.
Basic boots. We'll take a look at that. Cargo pants. Yeah, the cargo pants we have now are way fancier. And some more basic boots. One thing also to note, if you're playing this build, if you don't touch a drawer, it will not decay. So it was best back then for quite a while to not touch anything until you really needed to. If you want to expand that life there.
Best be prepared for anything.
In the beginning, you kind of need stuff. And jeans, put that back. Clothing as well. We do got some mittens. 0.9, yeah, you're about the same. 0.9, windproof bonus. Oh yeah, cargo pants, way better. Yeah, now that I think about it, this is kind of an archaic system now that what we have today. We'll put that as well. We'll put those jeans in there. And the toque as well. Okay, you just couldn't escape out of that either. We'll take you as well. Let's see. I did come with a bedroll as well. We did start with that matches as well. Material. I think that was just automatically a tinder plug, is what that was. Okay, let's take our stats. Cold, not too bad. It's about noon. I think I'm... Yeah, just about 4 degrees in here. Let's rest for about an hour. And condition was by a percentage. And now you can see, if you do pay attention to the time, because I'm always mentioning the time in our current playthroughs in the Long Dark. I know it no longer has a clock or anything, but I played this for about 500-600 hours in this original build right here. And yeah, I just kind of got used to knowing the time before that even happened. We pretty much covered everything. Did I get the... I think I did. Yeah. Alright. A couple places we do want to check. Rifle, very important. We haven't got any ammo yet. And it was usually pretty scarce. I'll take care of that cold a little bit. And the walk speed right now actually feels a little... maybe it's about the same. I think it actually did improve a little bit. Just the general walk speed. And that was... I think that came much quicker than Nah, it must be my imagination. So it looks dramatically different. Oh, even the wolf sound very different as well now. But 5 years in the long dark, over 3,000 hours. I really don't keep track anymore. Still waiting on the Switch version, but okay. Maybe we'll just go down since we're here. And time actually went very fast. It would actually take you generally about a week. Yeah, because you see our fatigue. Actually, the fatigue isn't too bad. But generally, it would take about a week for you to get all the way from one end of the map to the other. A weekend game. Do we want to hit Dave's quiet? Well, you're already out here. I would be remiss if we didn't. Loot's kind of always been pretty bad out here generally throughout the years. It's more of you just want to check it off your checklist day you looked. Oh, you know what, Jennifer? Sprained wrists are not a thing. Or ankles. I can abuse you as much as I want. And check the grass is also, you'll notice, is really, really different as well. I will tell you, looking at this right now, I do miss the trees. I feel the trees were actually better back in the beginning here. And also a reminder, I will give instructions, to link to the instructions on how to access all these archives. I do realize you will have to change back and forth and re-download. But your current save files will be fine. We got our second dead body. And you could actually store meat in here and it would keep it cooler longer. And actually, generally any item.
This'll come in handy.
And also, oh, there's that weird echo bug. Well, we are in kind of, that almost would be an echo there. So I think we head out. We'll go hit the spots as well. Go along Mystery Lake. Taking in the sights. So we celebrate 5 years in the long dark. I've actually been so busy with a couple other games recently. Didn't notice till Hidden I tweeted that out. That actually was 5 years today. Man. So apologies. Tuesday's Interloper coming on a little bit later after this. We'll not have any mention of that because I didn't know then. Well, I knew, but it was kind of in the back of my mind when I recorded that. Oh, wow. I kind of do miss the old art style. Times like this, I do. And of course, right now, the frame rate, a lot better than it was 5 years ago. Well, plus, I think I was running on a much crappier computer then. It was a lot, apologies, a little bit unoptimized as well. Alright, so stamina, fatigue, not doing too bad. A whole cold, a little bit hungry, a little bit thirsty. And then you will see, notice, yeah, we do have fishing huts. And we do have good old cattail. Which I forgot. Oh, I forgot. Yeah, cattail is not actually cattail. That didn't get added till a few years later. You are generally heading over this way, but I gotta warm up a bit anyway. And we didn't have any bear caves either. And Mystery Lake actually didn't. It actually expanded quite a bit through several updates. Yeah, you won't find any of that over here. So you might feel like you're trying to go places. Yeah, won't be able to probably go some of the spots like Mystery Lake Overlook is not a thing as well. Another beauty about this is that there is yeah, you start with a ridiculous amount of calories. there. As you can see, this has changed. Because after story mode came out, these cabins changed quite a bit. Is there any? No? Alright. And your run could vary greatly on depending on what the supplies range roll were. Because basically, if you got really crappy rolls and not a lot spawned, you look totally different. Wow, it's just... the art style difference now is amazing. More reclaimed wood. Couldn't really break those down either. Though I will take a second to show. Antiseptic.
Okay.
Another toque, I think I will leave that there. Beef jerky, though. Mmm, yummy. Newsprint roll. Yeah, we're only at 10 kilograms as well. Because clothes didn't really have that extra weight if you're not wearing them. But let's try this a little bit. You do burn a little calories. If you had a hatchet later, that would help out. But let's just forge for an hour in here. We'll at least see what we get. And you know what's really weird? Like, none of the furniture would be broken. But you could repeat that ad nauseum. I actually coated the entire floor very, very heavily in the camping office. Both floors with reclaimed wood at the end of my world record run there. Now the thing was tough to get, and you had to space out your fires quite a bit. And at the end of your last fire, your last match, you would just keep it going as long as you could, because you couldn't let that fire die out. And by that time your clothes are pretty much gone. Your clothes deteriorated, I would say, fairly quickly. Alright, let's go. We hit number 2. Let's hit number 3. You did have to go outside to get tinder plug, though. I don't believe they ever spawned while I was inside. That accelerant. And there's actually a tinder plug. Lovely. I do believe they added maybe a build or two after this. They did actually add quite a bit of loot, because it was kind of very sparse compared to what it had. Like when they had the Xbox update, it came into Xbox on early access. They did add quite a bit of loot. I think more to appeal to the console crowd. But yeah, it was quite a bit. Kind of the one thing we have to worry about is not really come across any water. We're gonna have to make some. I am hoping a fire right now with this wind, not really advisable. I'm gonna see maybe if we do have. Oh, you know what we could visit? Oh my god. We might do a couple of videos of these, depending if you guys like it. Of the old school stuff. You can always check out my playlist as well. I have covered this game for the last 5 years. Because Fluffy is still alive in this timeline. One last showdown. That wouldn't be bad. That was kind of always the big part of the run. I think he was... Yeah, because Fluffy came out before early access. Ooh, matches. That...
Probably useful.
20 matches. Oh, that's... And cardboard wasn't as good as... Of course, isn't as good as the wood matches, but... Alright. Got this one. Something we were kind of lacking right now especially is... Oh, just be careful. And the soda would get rid of our thirst a little bit, but I hate wasting calories like that. And normally in this run, if we were going for a long run, we're keeping up our current long dark stuff, it wouldn't be advisable for me to switch between builds all the time. I'm not sure these would save. More like kind of a fun look back. And generally when a wolf would pursue you to the door, you just kind of wait an hour, then he would disappear. Oh, hello, fur firewood. Texture looking kind of there, but... Oh, I don't care what build you are. I ain't touching you. Before the name change, I still won't touch it. You are forever tainted to me.
I think I can use this.
Ooh, though. Oh, that was actually what I was looking for. And wood... Oh, this is actually... very good. Very good. When this originally came out, Raph and Hinterland really just stated that anybody could... that if you could survive a day, it was amazing. And I did prove them wrong. Well, not right away, but I did. They even offered PewDiePie. They're going to make a character of him in the game if he could survive for, I want to say, it was either 7 days or 24 hours. I think it was 7 days. This is before he really, really, really blew up. I mean, he was already pretty popular. But then we had to actually kind of urge him, like, to tell him who, because apparently he just saw big numbers and he wasn't thinking who PewDiePie really is for content creator. Like, I don't think you want to do that. But yeah, PewDiePie was almost in the game. Alright. Getting hungry as well. And condition would go down. Now his stats really, they haven't changed a whole lot. They've gone through extremes, a lot of changes. It's gone to extremes. One thing I haven't noticed is there's been no rifle yet. Anything you knew? Could be over at Trappers. Oh, quality winter coat though.
Could end up being
This
useful.
also looks later on like the Mariner's pea coat. Oh, that's very nice. Oof. Feels like 8 degrees now. Pork and beans. We don't have a can opener. There's no skills or anything yet as of yet now either, so. Skills came along. The game got a little too easy in my opinion sometimes. Energy bar. Painkillers as well. Yeah, but you can also really hibernate the days away as well. It's a technique we, the early people in the pre-alpha of TLD started doing. Just kind of accelerate time. That's kind of where they came up. The main reason they came up with the cabin fever mechanic, so you really couldn't cheese the system. I never really thought I was cheesing the system. It's just accelerating to the end goal faster because we've all been there. We've all done this a zillion times by now. It's a little bit more efficient. But the cabin fever makes you go out, sometimes in situations you normally, realistically wouldn't. Yeah, that is not a thing yet.
This'll come
Soda.
handy.
Fleece sweater, which is actually really crappy. We'll keep that, we'll leave that in there. And of course, really the only cloth you can get is from clothes you rip up. Alright. That's about 5. Yeah, you say you're hungry, you're really not. And then I'm trying to remember, this build was when they started getting into negative calories, which didn't stick too long because it was really kind of unbalanced. It made the game not a lot of fun. Kind of actually took a break from, not really a break, I covered everything per usual, but I didn't play too much off camera because it really wasn't that interesting to me. Because it kind of just made you have to feed all the time. Waste resources, I felt. Oh, if these cattails were real. I also want to see. Okay, F10 does work for... Alright. Or maybe not. Maybe it broke the game. Well, as a general reminder, everyone, early access back then, when it first launched, there were issues at times. Did I? Alright, we're gonna go check out one last thing, since we already checked that out. Yeah, it's only 1:30 now again. But I want to get a good old look at... We'll probably do at least one more video of this build. We might hop out around to other builds too, see how it does. We'll get kind of some first looks of the other maps as well before various updates. We're gonna go check out if we don't get violently murdered. Yes. We'll see if we can avoid them. I actually could just pop in and around. Oh, hi. You look like more like a dog than a wolf at this point in the game. And this is also before caches were a thing as well. Okay, he is... And of course, derailment, always bad time. The original lookout post is here as well now. I'm gonna get a good... I gotta be careful though, because that's what actually broke the game last time. So if you're taking a lot of screenshots, that's one thing I might worry about a little bit. But also, confirmed on Twitter, RAF has no plans of taking down the archive builds. But it is only available on Steam, of course. It's the only really platform you can do it on. GOG doesn't really have... GOG's a wonderful platform, but it never really has. If you want to buy it anywhere, buy it on Steam. Alright, but let's head over. It's kind of like mechanical, like Dearest at some points. I remember times they would slide around the map as well. Okay, but I should remember where we're going. I just want to get a good look at Trapper's Homestead. Well, actually, if you're planning on doing a long survival run on this, really Trapper's Homestead was not the place to be. Because I did survive a lot out there, but the problem was, not a lot of food out there. Not a lot of things to kill, etc. Because you get your supplies, you can hang out there for a while, but camping office was more central to the map. So if you did have to go out hunting, spacing out your bullets, was the place to go. We're actually probably right about around the deadfall. Just get a little lost at times because it's just a totally different looking map. Yeah, if we go up here, there'll no mushrooms or anything. Wolf behind me. I'll go this way. Yeah, you will get more tired, but you pretty much had... And there was actually a time in the build, you actually did have like unlimited sprint. It was only for, I don't know, a couple months, but it was pretty awesome. Like, we used to have races. I swear they also moved this over a little bit. Yeah, it was not as this close to the... Was it? Or is it now? I don't think so. No, I don't feel like it is. I think they moved that back a little bit. And nothing there. Well, that's the way the cookie crumbles. We'll also light a fire when we get to trappers as well, just to see how the mechanic worked. There's also a big thing when you get your run. You want to get up as much water as possible, because once your matches run out, much like now, not getting any more water, game over. Yeah, spring is not coming anytime soon. They actually did have a big roadmap kind of for the Long Dark. They did take it down eventually for different things they were planning. As they were eventually planning on releasing seasons. Like eventually this would be spring, summer, fall, and then back to winter. You could keep surviving Get crops up, farming, etc. Yeah, quite ambitious plans. I don't think that's going to happen now, but very interesting if they did. Okay, so we should be heading up this way. We got a dead body over here. We have to go see Max once again. Yeah, there was not a lot of pickup on the way there. It was just mostly travel. Hey, you.
This stuff will come in handy.
Sewing kit. And another flare. Flares were very important because you could lead a deer into a wolf, and because if you didn't have a weapon, it's still valid today. No, I never trust flares. You could throw that at him, and then you could get the deer meat. Alright, good old Max. Max's last stand. Very nice.
I'll take it.
Basic boots is a little bit better. I'm not gonna worry about that too much. Yeah, I'm also might work on a little bit of an evolution video, just showing off various things in the builds. Gonna take me a little bit of work though, because they put up like 12 different builds. There's either 12 or 14 they've had through early access, so. And of course, the fire is always burning. Well, the lights are on at night. Kind of give you comfort, kind of make you feel at home there. Of course, the same old deer always in here. A little bit of firewood. Actually, the deer not too bad. I can't remember the respawn rate, of course. Oh, crap. Ah! Get away! What scared you, for starters? That could be bad AI. Where's the cabin? Not quite as pretty. Yeah, they got a new coat of paint on this one. The safe was in the beginning since... I hate doing this normally. I think it actually was just a little bit... takes a little bit longer on this one. There we go. Oh. Okay, fine. Don't worry, we got it. It's around 30-ish, I think. We'll stop around... Oh, 39, wow. Okay, so let's just be very, very careful. Sorry, paranoia. Oh, come on now. Oh, it's gonna be like, right, it's gonna be 38. Oh, nope, 19. Okay, open that up. Rifle ammunition.
Okay.
And, oh yes. Oh yeah, we didn't have hands back then either. You kids have it good. Alright, quite a bit of stuff. No lockers were locked back then. No, actually not.
Must be
I
prepared
think there were
for
a few.
anything.
Oh, we had the scarf. The scarf was amazing.
know. Could end up being useful.
The tube's actually pretty good. Not about too much. I just wanted to show off a few more things. Yep, and we got a knife. %60 chance to plug. The first 65. We do have an accelerant though, so let's get it lit. Boom. Fire starting skill increased to 51. So let's add that. No food to cook. Let's melt a liter of snow. See, yeah, very different system back then. And you had to be stuck right here. You couldn't go do anything else if you wanted. Drove you insane after a while. Okay. Ah. Okay, so you got about 3 hours on you. I'm gonna add some more. And then let's go see if we have the early rifle skills. Be very interesting to hear how much it's different from now again. Basically, we wait for them to progress on, though. Though we do have the reticle, though. That is a little... Oh darn it. I think the radius was a little greater then. Let's just wait for it. I think even if you crouched and you moved, you had to pretty much just sit here. Just wait. Doubt! Okay, so that's the radius. I'll get him. Oh. Who's good? This guy. Of course, 8 kilograms. Oh, wow. It'll take 8 minutes to get that. Yeah, conditions a little more forgiving to get meat out in the middle of nowhere. Not really a scent either. So I think, not on stat-wise, but they pretty much just fly all the time anyway. Let's go and cook that, and look at that beautiful TLD sunset. Wow. There's something to be said about their older art style. And then maybe we'll rest for a little while, because I just want to show you one more thing. It'll kind of blow your mind. Let's cook that. Oh, nice. Alright, so let's rest for about 4 hours. Before I go out, not important. It's a little bit dark here, you think? Actually, this isn't too bad. I think there's an update a little bit more after this that it got like a lot darker. This is doable. Right, ladies and gentlemen, I just want to take you a little bit back in time. 5 years ago, September 22nd, when this came out in early access. And I was there. And the moon was a lot different. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, let me know in the comments below about your past 5 years of The Long Dark, when you joined, etc. And I will see you guys in the next episode of The Long Dark.